morning. I'd like to open this meeting up to Shelby County Supervisors on Tuesday, April 5th. Do I have any conflict of interest or anything on the agenda, you guys?
None.
Okay. Have a motion to approve the agenda. Motion by Charlie.
Second.
Second by Darren. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Had a chance to look over the claims from March 31st.
Yes.
Any questions? If not, I entertain a motion to approve.
Make that motion.
Motion by Charlie.
Second.
Second by Darren. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
I'd better back up to number 2, conflict. Wage increase for non-union employees, I'll have conflict, yes.
Okay. You got that stated, Mark?
Yeah.
Okay. Approval of the minutes from March 29th. Any changes to them, Mark?
No, it was the budget hearing
Okay.
and approval.
Okay. Motion to approve.
Motion made.
Motion by Darren, second by Charlie. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. We don't need to recess this meeting. Right?
To have a hearing for the amendment, yes.
Oh, for the amendment, excuse me.
Yep.
Okay. Gonna recess this meeting for the amendment hearing and open that up. Have you had any comments, Mark?
None.
Okay.
And the whole budget amendment, it's millions of dollars both sides, but it's ARPA money, the impact grant, just little things like that, just added up to the bond, the income from the bond, everything's in there.
Anything we didn't have in last year's budget?
Yes, yeah, there's very little expenses that went over budget compared to most years, which is good. We need that going into next year.
Okay. Anything else? You guys have any questions to that?
No.
Okay. I know you mailed it out earlier. It looks pretty straightforward.
Yeah, there's,
Okay. I'll go ahead and close the hearing then. Anything from the public? Okay. Go ahead and close the hearing. Resolution 2022-22, fiscal year 2022 amendment of a resolution or a motion to approve.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Motion by Darren, second by Charlie. Any other comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next will be wage increases for non-union employees for fiscal year 23. What we did in the past is we've given the non-union the same benefits, wages as our non-safety contracts, which relate to like secondary roads. And so with that said, we would be looking at a 3% cost of living July 1 and a 1 to 2.5% performance January 1 based off the consumer price index of November 1st, same as the contracts.
may I read what's in the minutes and make sure
Okay.
you guys will approve? The wages for fiscal year 2023 for non-union employees were taken into consideration. The wages were set at 3% increase on July 1st, 2022. After consideration by department heads and a successful employee evaluation completion, a raise of 1% to 2.5% may be awarded by the department head. The benchmark of determining the maximum percentage of increase will be the consumer price index, that's -U, what that stands for I don't know, and it's published on November 1st. If the CPIU is less than 1%, 1% will be used. If the CPIU is over 2.5%, 2.5% will be used.
That's not correct,
It's not. That's why I'm asking.
because it would be the total of the 3 and 2.5, so that'd be 5 if it's above 5.5%.
Well,
It's a
but
total.
not for the January increase.
That's just for the
This is
January.
just for the January.
No, this is for the January because we're looking at the total increase for the year.
Okay.
That's what's in our contracts, right?
Right, but they're gonna get the 3%.
Because if the PERG comes in at just 3%, or let's say it comes in at 2% in November, then they're gonna get 3%. If it comes in at 1%, 1% will be used. Any,
Well, but not for the January increase.
That's what we're looking at. for the year, they're not gonna get the 2%. They're gonna get the 1% because it's not over 3 plus 5. 3 plus 2 is 5. Are you guys, is that the way you guys stick it for the contract?
Correct.
That's what we said.
It'll go off of the cost of living number in
Right.
totality for the raise.
Right, for the whole year.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if they've got the 3% in July, then what they get in January will be the difference.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. Because that's real important that everybody understands that.
That's why I
what we
read
talked
it.
about. Yep.
I wanted to get it right in there.
Yeah. It's the total of the year, because that's what the consumer price index is for the past 12 months. That's the reason we did that, because we had no idea where that's going to be over the course of the next 3 years.
So they're getting an advance with the 3%,
Right.
and the final will be determined by the rest.
Exactly. Exactly. If they get a positive performance evaluation.
5.5% max.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. That, everybody else agree with that? Okay.
And there was something on top of that, right?
Yeah, the vacation. Once you've completed 6 months as a starting employee, you would get 20 hours that needs to be used before your 1-year anniversary, so from your 6 months. So anybody that's hired from July 1 of
That'll be put in the
this
handbook
year.
also.
And we'll get that clarified, because actually, at the end of the meeting today, we'll be recessing, and Mike Galloway, our human resource attorney, will be here, and we're gonna go through our handbook. So we'll get that clarified in there too. Anything else? I think that pretty much covers. Did you have anything else in there, Mark?
Well, all at once, do you want to do one big, the health insurance coverage, or do you want to keep it separate?
Let's do it separate.
Okay.
Okay. You guys have any other questions?
No.
Okay.
Motion approved.
Motion to approve the wages for non-union for fiscal year 23. Motion by Charlie. I guess I will second that. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Darren. Okay, county insurance benefits for fiscal year 2023. Mark?
Okay, this is a mouthful. County HSA participants, they elect to use the HSA, they'll receive $1,200 a year in county contributions for single coverage, $2,400 a year for those with HSA family coverage.
And I don't mean to interrupt you, but it's the same as it is in the current year we're in. None of the insurance went up at all.
Nothing
It stayed the
changed.
same. Nothing's changed. In fact, some things went down just a fraction. Okay?
The county employees eligible for family health insurance coverage, but elect not to participate in any county health insurance plan will receive a $490 benefit. County employees eligible for single county offered health insurance plan will receive $217.75 benefit. Those eligible for a family county health care plan but choose to enroll in the single plan, a benefit of $272.75 will be paid monthly. These amounts are to be reviewed yearly. Shelby County will pay $34.82 towards any dental plan offered by Shelby County, and $3.09 a month toward any vision plan offered by Shelby County in fiscal year 2023. Those amounts are static, but they'll be the same as this year.
Right. Okay. And what we did in the past is anybody that did not take insurance, they were paid, it equals about 25%
Right.
of what it would cost us individually. And I know several years ago, it had saved the county over $1 million by us doing that. So, anything else?
It's a big savings. Nope, that's all I have written in there.
Okay. Have a motion to approve the county insurance benefits for 2023.
Motion.
Motion by
Second.
Charlie, second by Darren. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Brandon, secondary roads report. Good morning.
Good morning. I have on the agenda, first is resolution 2022-23. It's approve the letting for farm to market project Parent 83 in Elkhorn. It's approval of the contract and then to allow the county engineer to sign the documents with the new DOT system. I think we had the board sign it a couple of years, but it's a pain to get the digital ID. So I guess I would look for a motion to approve Western Engineer, the contract with Western Engineering for that project within Elkhorn and east to the county.
They were low bid.
Yes. $815,000.
And when do you look for that to get started?
I'm not sure. I'll
What
be
was the
able to.
time frame there?
This summer, sometime they'll do it
Could
this
be
summer.
this year.
Yes. Once the contract is signed, you can actually talk to the contractor
Right.
and figure out what their plan is. So
Okay.
I talked to them a couple months ago just about something else and they were pretty full. So we'll see when it fits into their schedule.
Okay. To have a motion to allow the engineer for signing of the contract.
Make that motion, yes.
Motion by
Second.
Darren, second by Charlie. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Next thing I have on the agenda is an amendment to 5-year plan. I brought in the 5-year plan to the last meeting. Basically, couple weeks ago, March 15th, F-24 was supposed to let. I was at the board meeting here when I got back. I had correspondence from the DOT that due to some omissions, all bidders were considered irresponsive and all bids had been rejected on that project. I believe there was some USDA funding that went through the city of Irwin that required some paperwork to be filled out. And one of the special provisions had that laid out, and basically if that paperwork did not get filled out, it made all bids irresponsive. So the 2 bidders that bid on it, their bids were thrown out. I have no idea what the bids were, it just said irresponsive. And then basically we're forced to regroup and try to get it let again. The DOT has rules, and if we're using.
Was it any omission on our part?
No, I don't believe so. No, it was in special provisions that should have been read closer by
Bidders?
the potential bidders, yes. So with that said, I've talked to the city of Irwin and their consultant, and I guess what my proposal would be to move that F-24 project to FY23 and let it in November. There was basically no way we could get it let and constructed within this construction season. The earliest we could have let it is probably June, more than likely July. And then to have that short of a time frame, the cost would have been astronomical. Along that same line, US 59 north of Harlan up to the county line is going to be let in November as well. So maybe if a contractor comes in, gets one mobile plant in and set up. But that was, I guess I was beyond frustrated that morning when I got back to the office and saw that, but trying to make the best of a poor situation. We'll get up on F-24 and patch some potholes and get some barrel patching done up there as quick as we can.
So that puts us back a year for sure.
Yes, yes. We have the space in our farm to market account to collect the allotment. They'll let you collect up to 3 years in the future. And I believe we were at 2 years. This was going to take us down considerably, but next year will be a busy year. We've got some patching on M16 too, but we can handle all of it in-house.
Was you able to find out, not ours, but other ones, like how did bids come in?
30% over estimate was, 25 to 30% was basically what I heard, so maybe there's a silver lining to it. well, I guess we'll see in what, 7
We hope
months?
so.
Yeah, right. So we'll have it ready for the November letting. The plans are basically ready now. So we'll get some stuff changed around and get everything submitted, and we'll be ready to rock and roll then.
So do you need approval to
Oh,
let it for November, or?
No, this is just to
Okay.
add it to
Okay.
the
Five-year
amendment to
plan,
the 5-year
okay.
plan,
Gotcha.
basically, that was approved
Are you
last time.
substituting anything else because this is not coming in this year?
No,
Okay.
we'll just collect the farm to market money into our account and do that. It's too late to try to get anything into that DOT letting system for the year.
Okay.
And then, I guess, on top of that, in 2025, we had another project, the Tremel low water crossing that was removed from the 5-year plan. We added it back to the 5-year plan. So those were basically the two changes that
Okay.
we had.
So why did you remove it to begin with? And
There was some discrepancy. Talked to some farmers up there, and they really didn't want it replaced. I guess talked to them again about it, and they had some clarity and had some
Okay.
time to think about it, and we added it back to the 5-year plan.
I didn't know if it was a,
No, and it's 2025, so it's fluid. It'll be sometime then or after. The bridge is embargoed, but it's lightly embargoed, so they can still
Well, I
use
have
it.
The farmers in that area have an embargo bridge on the other side of the hill too. And so if one of these goes out, things are not good.
Well, it's
So one of them needs to get
Yeah.
illegal.
Yep. So we'll get to it in 2 to 3 years, probably, but 2025 is when we're looking at that.
is that a major one then?
No.
No,
Okay.
it's one we will be able to do.
Okay.
Motion to approve with,
Amendment of 5-year, I will make that motion.
second. Motion by Darren, second by Charlie. Any other questions? Brandon? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Then you have an entrance policy also?
Yes, and I guess I'd sent you out the entrance policy, and then I did some research. This is what other counties do as far as with new entrances and existing entrances. And then I guess the entrance permit that we had before is on the back there. So.
Entrances, does that mean a new acreage, a new bin site, anything?
Right.
Okay.
I haven't changed anything on there. I was hoping to talk to you gentlemen before.
On the entrance application?
Yes, because what I would like to see currently for new entrances, we provide the pipe, the constituent pays for it that would like the entrance. They install it themselves. When one fails currently, we provide the pipe and we replace it. I would like to move to, we provide the pipe, but we do not replace it. Unless we're basically in the immediate area working on something else where we're gonna get.
Same as putting in the initial one,
Right. I would like that to be on the landowner.
because landowner pays for installing it initially
Right.
anyway.
Right. And
How
I
do we
would,
ever get into the second part?
I'm not sure. And I would still be willing to provide the pipe. Or the county would be
Yeah.
willing to provide the pipe,
It's just
not
the installation.
not the installation.
Looks like a majority of the other counties do the same. They don't install it. I mean, it's,
Yeah, it's a few either side of 50/50.
It's a sprinkling of everything from they don't do anything with entrances to they install the new ones and do everything. So,
Yeah, there's some that's no all the way across.
right.
I think if you're gonna do that, you probably don't want to state unless you're in the immediate area. I think just make it a blanket. It's their cost. I mean, otherwise they're gonna,
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
because you gotta haul couple pieces of heavy equipment out there. Is that the problem, or?
Oh, it's just that, it's
Leaving a site to go do it.
right. If they fail, or it takes a lot of time and
Then
a
you're
lot of them.
responsible if it doesn't.
Right.
Yeah, true.
Right. And there's 1,000 miles, and generally they don't need work if we're right there. We're half the county away. So.
And you've got criteria for them to follow as far as the installer to,
Yes.
far as
Yes.
putting
In the permit, they need liability insurance and
And you're gonna,
And you go inspect it when it's
Yep.
done, correct?
Yep, yeah. the
Same as before.
The foreman go out and look at it after they're completed. Make sure it's satisfactory.
and you wanna move the plastic pipe for supplying plastic.
Allowable in there, basically determined by myself or my foreman. And we'll see how it works.
Okay.
If it takes off, I think it'd be allowed. I think we wrote it in there, so if it's not something that we want to continue, we can decide, hey, we're not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
And I've received a quote, was waiting until we had an approval on the entrance permit prior to ordering it. But it's about 50% cheaper than what metal pipe is.
Yeah, you see them used a lot anymore.
Right. They're double walled, they're
Yeah,
designed to a
pretty good
DOT
pipe.
standard, so.
We could go to what Washington County does. They're no all the way across the board.
Yeah, I've seen that. No, I think we make them small changes there.
Okay,
Be good.
okay.
Kind of a motion for that?
Motion.
Motion by Charlie, second by Darren, to amend the entrance permit as recommended. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you on that. Do you have any updates?
Just basic couple updates here. We've been working on the rock haul. If weather holds, we'll probably be done by the end of the week.
Oh, wow.
At 22 to 25 trucks a day, so
How many miles we doing again?
65,
So
I
about
believe,
what,
to 70.
about what we've done in the
Yeah.
past?
And some of them, if they're not as light, we've been kind of doing 250 ton. A lot of them, we've been doing 300 ton like we have in the past, but just kind of seeing what gets pulled in on top of them and prioritizing them as such. Crack fill, they're working on M47 currently, Stay-Belt's out there. And they're gonna be here probably a couple more weeks. So just if you see them, please be patient with them. I know they have a traffic control set up. Bridge inspections, we have one more day left, about 15 left. Haven't seen anything really dire, changed a lot since the last time, just a couple things deteriorating like we would expect them to, so. Guys are out, when they're not working with the rock haul, they're blading rock and we're rocking some spots and just trying to spring, basic normal spraying.
How do you handle people that do dust control?
We get,
As far as the rock, if they're getting new rock?
so basically, everyone gets signed up, they send us a list of everyone that's on the dust control list and when they propose to be there. So we'll go out, inspect the sites, if they need a little bit of light layer of rock, we'll put a light layer down, we'll get them tight bladed
Before they show
before
up?
the company
Okay.
shows up. And a lot of them, if they're repeat customers, we know where we are.
What about the ones that you're direct hauling to? Do you just go right?
Just go right over the top
Okay.
of them. Yep. Yeah, after October 1st, we have the right to tear them up
Gotcha.
per the landowner's contract with the actual dust control company. We're fixing a concrete tile east of Elkhorn in prep for that project on F58. And then the bridge crew, they're gonna start on bridge on 1800th Street west of Juniper in a couple weeks. We're waiting on a couple materials before we get it ripped out and get 30% through and then have to wait on materials. So they're doing some other things right now, but we'll be ready to go at that time, so. That's
So how
all.
about rock from Denison?
I haven't talked to the salesman up there. I'll email him today and just say, hey, when are you gonna start hauling
Yeah,
up there?
that could start anytime.
Yep. I know Crawford kind of gets a big chunk from there, so we'll have to put our hand out and get some from there too, but I'll talk to the salesman.
Okay.
See what
We've
he
still
says.
got a handshake agreement with them for so many tons, is that right?
I tell them every year that we want 10 to 15,000 tons, whatever they.
Are they stocked up now? I mean, from,
They just get it in and we have to get it out of there.
I mean,
Yep.
the real cars.
It's worked out really well.
It really has. It really has.
Hope when we continue to do that.
Right. No, I'll talk to the salesman and
Okay.
whenever they start hauling, we're still getting it up from up there, so.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Precinct election official pay. Marcia?
Yeah, it's just securing election workers. It's become an issue, and it's harder and harder to find them. But in Shelby County, there's not a severe shortage. But you hear horror stories from other counties, and they're begging, and they grab anybody they can, and it makes it difficult when you don't trust the people that you hire. It would really make it difficult, and we're very fortunate here that we have a good bunch of people that are working for us. In the past, that's happened anyway. The majority of the precinct election officials in Shelby County perform the duties because they want to serve and not for the pay. And that's awesome. I feel blessed that way also. But the demographics of the officials, it mirrors Shelby County. They're getting older, and I would like to keep a pool of those needed from both parties available for choosing to serve as election officials. Right now, it's $9 for precinct election official and the co-chairpersons, if there's 2 chairpersons. We use 2 chairpersons in Shelby County. Not every county does it this way. So we always have a pool of chairpersons, because there are some precincts that only have 1 chairperson. But we want 2 of the 4 people there, or 2 of the 5 people there being exposed to what the duty of the chairperson is. And so we have co-chairpersons, and they're both paid $11 an hour right now. The regular precinct election officials are paid $9. I'd like to propose to raise that $1 an hour for each of them. It costs $600 to $700
A year?
per primary or general election to do that. And it's not enough money, but they do it because they want to. And I think they're happy. That there are counties who pay maybe $200 and $250 a flat fee. But I don't know.
How many hours total?
There's about-
You said 700. So you're talking about $700.
Including mileage. So the mileage is all over the place for where they have to drive. Some have to drive from Irwin to Shelby. Who knows where they're driving from? And the average claim for those workers is everywhere from $160, maybe if you work in Harlan, no travel time or anything, no mileage. And there's some that make $225 right now, including mileage. That isn't just their wages. Total hours, they're guaranteed at least 2 hours for training. Sometimes it goes to 3. And then we have to pay them more because there's a lot of questions when they make changes in the election laws. And then election day, they're from 6 o'clock in the morning, and we cut an hour off last year till 9:30 at night. And then they have to deliver.
When's the last time you raised this?
17, I believe. 2017.
Do you really feel like $1's enough?
Don't know. That's up. It's in your hands. In 2017, it just didn't seem like enough back then. I don't know how aggressive the county wants to be with that.
You don't have any idea what counties around us are doing?
They're all over the place. There's 99 different prices. I'll guarantee it.
Anybody lower than us?
Huh?
Anybody lower than us?
Than Shelby County?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I suppose, I mean, there's probably some that volunteer, but
Well,
So basically-
they're not coming for the money.
no,
Because
exactly.
they wanted
Exactly.
community service, but
And school districts can appoint members that we have to accept if they wanted to.
But basically, you're saying if we
Volunteer.
raise it $1, it's a total of like 700 for the year, so you're talking $700, so,
Per election. Like this year, it'd be
Two of them.
$1,500.
okay. Gotcha, per election, okay.
Yep. It's less than 1,000 for a special election.
I would make a recommendation that we go with his recommendation, and you also bring this back to us at budget time next year and see what the counties around us are doing.
Perfect.
Okay. That all right with you guys?
Yep. Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Darren, second by Charlie, to move with Mark's recommendation, dollar increase for the standard workers and the code. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried.
They basically get the same mileage as everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They, Yeah, and with those, 2 years ago, those 2020 elections, what a job they had. I mean, the pressure, there was PEOs with anxieties that were calling me, wondering about violence at the polls and things like that. They shouldn't have to worry about it. And the sheriff's department was cooperative and stopping by, and the police department in town. It all worked out fine, but they get subjected to some crazy things once in a while.
So do you.
Yeah.
Marcus, I just have a question for you. Do you have any update on the opioid settlement? Is there anything going on there?
Yeah, not a whole lot going on, still waiting. There's a couple other ones that are out there yet that they're working on, trying to settle with other companies, so.
Okay.
Yeah, other than that, there's really not a whole lot.
Is there any other paperwork we have to get in or anything?
I have not seen anything else.
Okay. Okay, so we're just kind of sitting and wait right now?
Yeah,
Okay.
There,
Just been forwarding you the things
Yeah.
I received.
right.
do we have a better determination of the amount the state is getting?
I really don't have any idea how much that's going to be. I know they have a formula for it, so that'll all shake out once the money's paid, I think.
And once we do get that as a county, the way I understand it, correct me if I'm wrong, then we should be using that for addressing the problem or
Correct.
to help with the problem
Correct.
through mental health, behavioral health,
Yeah, whatever addiction.
public safety.
Yeah,
Okay.
What state offices would be handling this then?
Attorney General's office.
Attorney General, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Anybody have anything else? You guys, Mark? With that, we're gonna recess, and then the supervisors and Mark and Angel and Mike Galloway are gonna meet, and we've redlined a number of things in our handbook that we're gonna go over today. So, that's kind of been a culmination of the last year and just questions, so. Okay, thanks everybody, appreciate it.